Today we're doing the workout called Chair Today, Gone Tomorrow. So let's get started right away and we'll work through some of the whys and hows as we work out together. Now move yourself from the back of your chair of choice, anything works, right? From the back to the front and take a look at the equipment that is optional for today's workout. Bender ball, tube, band, light weights, and don't forget hand sanitizer. Okay, our first exercise today is called a sit to stand. We're actually using this as our warm-up. All my 10 toes are straight ahead. I'm putting the weight into the heels of my feet. I've scooted my rear end right to the edge of the chair, and I'm even going to enhance my sit to stand exercise by crossing my heart. Here we go. Engage your core, put the weight in your heels, and stand straight up, making sure that you are focusing on not falling forward. I don't really care what it looks like getting down, but let's do 10. Here's number 2. First exercise, sit to stand. Number 3, a good full body squat. Activating muscles in the lower body, putting the heart rate up. All right, guys, here's 4. Find that chair, sit back down. Here's 5, activating the core each time I sit up. I think this is 6. Let's go together. Here's 7. Find that chair. We're almost done. You're starting to feel the heat in the quads as well as the glutes. Remember, the glutes are responsible to help you stand up strong. Let's do the last one in this first set. Excellent. Now let's activate another muscle group, the adductor group, 4 actual muscles that attach near the inside of the knee and up in the core. Taking your bender ball, squeeze the heck, I mean it guys, as if it could pop right out. Squeeze that ball right above the kneecap. Now, second set of squats, activating more muscle. Rules are the same. Toes 10 forward, weight in the heels. And lift up. And down. We're going to do 10. I know if we stop short, somebody out there is not going to finish this set. So we're going together, second set. Now in the next couple reps, I want you not only to concentrate on those inner thigh or that inner thigh group, but also the work of the glute as you stand up. All right, focus on the glute as you stand up. I think we're at about 8. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is 9. And this is 10. All right, as we progress into our third set of squats, if you have a band, go ahead and add the band. Because we're gonna actually put a little side stepping into our exercise with the sit and stand as the premier exercise pattern. Here I am, third set. Band is about 2 inches from the kneecap up. Weight in the heels, 10 toes forward. This time, I'm holding the ball out, and I want to visualize I'm going straight up a wall. Shall we? Stand. Rep number 1. Step out right, step out left, and back down. Here's number 2. Sit and stand. Activate that core. Add a little adduction, stabilize, and sit back down. Without a band, you're still stepping out with me as we go. This is our third set of squats. Heart rate is actually coming up a little bit more now because you're still using those major muscle groups. I think we're at 5. I hope my cameraman reminds me how many we're at. Adducting. So not just the inner thigh any longer, but also abduction from the outer thigh. All right, 7. Good, heart rate comes up, stepping side to side. If you have more room in your home gym, you could actually take a few steps to the right or left. Here we go, number 10. Whew. Should we take a break? All right, now remove the bands, put the tubes down, and I want you to pick up one of your light weights. We are going to maintain that proper posture alignment. I'm still sitting on the edge of the chair, allowing me to put my shoulder blades in my back pocket. Okay, are you ready to go? We're going to put this in our right hand. We're going to drill it, if you will, or plant a plant to the side of our body. Then we're going to bring that weight back to the shoulder, and we're going to extend and lift the weight simultaneously. Ooh, hand-eye coordination for the active ager, putting a lot of actual joint movements together, and actually adding a little spinal rotation. Let's get started. Plant, lift. This is a great way to concentrate knee extension, which helps to strengthen the quadricep without putting any pressure or any opportunity to go bone to bone at that knee. Plant and lift. Other people think they're starting the lawnmower and then lifting. Just a mild rotation. You can actually follow the rotation of the spine with your eyes, and that makes it a little bit more hand-eye coordination. This is a functional movement for sure. Now let's go right away to the other side. Lightweight in hand, don't overgrip it, right? Giving this hand a break. Plant and extend. Plant and extend. Or rotate slightly and extend. Rotate slightly and extend. Rotate slightly and extend. I think this is number 8. Let's stick to 10s, right guys? Hey, background music is fun. I picked an ageless selection from the 60s. Last one. Awesome, now let's just take a little recovery break before we do another set. I'm gonna ask you to hold the ball, your bender ball. If you don't have one, hold the light weight in your hands and lift your feet up, and lift your feet up, and lift your feet up, okay? I'm gonna go a little bit slower so I'm under tension a little bit longer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. With the ball, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Activating the core as a recovery exercise here with minimal C shape in the spine. Still allowing me to keep my shoulder blades down or depressed towards my back pockets. There's 9, and here's 10. Now, before we move on, let's go back to our second set. Remember our rules, sitting on the edge of the chair, shoulder blades in the back pocket. Let's rotate the spine, follow it with your eyes, and then extension of the leg with a mild overhead press. I love this exercise because we're working from right to left. We're working on muscle and balance from right to left. And I'm not dependent on the chair. Actually, the chair is actually forcing me to activate more core muscles. All right? I think this is 8, 9. You know I'm a talker, not a counter. How about one more? Here we go. Good. Right away to the other side. And again, don't worry about the beat of the music. Worry about the joint movement and the safety of staying under tension as long as you can. Again, I have a 3-pound weight in my hand, and I'm getting a great workout. So don't think that more weight is important when you're working through an active aging, chair today, gone tomorrow workout. Now the reason we say it's gone tomorrow is that each of these exercises patterns could be a progression if you decided to take the chair away tomorrow. Got one more? Awesome. We're gonna go on. We only have a few minutes today, so I wanna make sure we get a lot of variety into your workout. Okay? We're gonna use the tube for the next sets and that light weight. So I'm getting my equipment close to me so I don't have to get up and down too much. I wanna keep moving. This is a lat pull down overhead. All right, guys? So I'm gonna take the lat pull down towards the left side of the room and simultaneously add a leg abduction. So heel out in front, sweep that to the side, open up, and bring it back. Try to keep that heel off the floor. I can't remember if I'm on the right or the left side, but we're good. We'll change sides in a minute, right? Extend that leg. Again, a static contraction for the quadricep, helping the strengthening of the knee joint without pressure in a bone-to-bone situation. A lat pull down, a little bit further over my head. I gotta watch my form too, right? 8, 9, and 10. Let's go to the other side. Lat pull down with leg abduction. Heel out in front. You can increase or decrease the resistance just by lengthening the arms or keeping the hands a little bit closer. So make sure that you're always giving yourself a challenge. Lat pull down, abduct. Okay, lat pull down, abduct. Gotta check my form again. Now this time I'm actually really focusing on a little bit of a longer lever. So I'm really pulling down a little bit longer. Let me show you the regression here. It would be a shorter lever, lat pull down, right? So you choose. Other arm is stable. We're always stable before we're mobile. Here's 8 and 9 and 10. Good. Now our recovery exercise here is a seated French curl. I am going to box my arm against my ear, drop that weight at a 90-degree angle, keeping my upper arm boxed against my ear to help stabilize my neck and shoulders. And I'm going to extend at the elbow joint. Remember, every time we extend the elbow, our focus is on the tricep. This is called a French curl. All the way to 10 now. Here's 6, 7 with your French curl, 8, 9, and 10. Weight down safely, transfer to the other side, box your ear, literally box next to your ear, drop at the same angle, extend. Elbow joint extension, which means again, our muscle of focus here is the tricep. Safe and effective way to keep the head from falling forward. Remember, the head weighs about 13 to 15 pounds, so this will keep you in great alignment. I can really feel my core stabilizing my body on the edge of the chair. Chair today, we could do the same thing tomorrow without the chair. Chair today, gone tomorrow. That's your progression. Awesome. Now let's do one more set of those lat pull downs. Leg is extended, just an inch off the floor. Regulate your intensity. Lat pull down, straight arm lever, long lever. Good. Regression, short lever. All right, so get ready to choose your resistance level, because we have 10. I'm gonna alternate so that everybody that's watching can make sure that they're either regressing or progressing according to their own strength level today. Good. That was a regression because I didn't add the abduction. Loser. Okay, let's go. Open. Open. Another example of that hand-eye coordination. Here's the regression, the lat pull down with the leg abduction. All right, mixing it up, the intensities. There's the long lever, there's the short lever, there's the long lever, there's the short lever. Now, let's go back and do that French curl one more time to make sure that we can check our form. Sitting on the edge of the chair, box, drop, focus on the elbow joint, extending. We just want to get in 10. This means we have 2 good sets on each side. I wish I could see you guys out there. I'd much rather be teaching to a full class. I miss you so much. Sending you some energy today. Last one. Okay, remember we call this French curl. Straight up, it's going to be one of your favorites. Activate the core, stable before mobile, right? Keeping the shoulder blades in the back pocket. My toes are still faced forward, all 10 toes forward. My weight is still in my heels. Working towards that set of 10. I think we have 2 more. And 1 more. So everybody, the exercise of the year is a glute bridge. Without getting flat on our mat in a supine position and lifting our glutes up, we can actually do a phenomenal glute bridge from the seated position. I'm going to turn my chair slightly. I'm going to scoot out to the edge of the chair. Glutes are activated here when this joint is extended. So I'm going to lay back, try to find the back of my chair, roll my shoulder blades down. Nothing's going on in my lower body right now, and I have an aggressive squeeze, if you will, going on in my glutes. The harder I squeeze my glutes, this is a static contraction. It's called hip extension. The more extended I have through the hip joint, the more I'm reversing the seated position. So although we're in a chair, right now, I can hardly talk because there's so much energy in my glutes. I can tell because my hips are feeling very extended. Great static contraction. You can get stronger glutes to help reverse the seated position by holding this particular contraction for almost a minute. Now let's relax and see what happens to the body when I relax. Are you kidding me? This looks like an ugly seated position. So for the second set, retreat to the back side of your chair. Open up your chest and your pecs. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. And now activate the glutes, and I mean it as though they're a big dog going to take a bite out of your butt, right? Activate the glutes as hard as you can. Feel the extension is wonderful at the hip joint, and hold that for 30 seconds to a minute. Now you could add some energy here over the head, inhaling and exhaling, but right now our focus is glute bridging, as if we were lying flat on our mat with our eyes to the ceiling. I'm starting to perspire. And relax, let's do a third set. Whew. Inhale, exhale, get ready for that third set. Now really focus on 1, the activation of the glute, 2, the extension of the hip joint, and 3, adding energy, like the third set is ascending up a pyramid, okay? More, more, more. Make this one the best yet. All right, give me the best you've got. Sit at the edge of the chair, everybody. Slide in. My pelvis is neutral. It's not about that. It's about the backside. And activate the glute so hard that you feel the lengthening of the hip joint. My core is tight. My shoulder blades are in the back pocket. And even though this is a static or held contraction, there's a tremendous amount of energy because it's our third set. We've pyramided all the way up, and I'm exhausted myself with this particular set. Great way to train the legs without putting joint strain at the ankle, the knee, or the hip. So finish it off, give me about 15 extra seconds. This is your bonus. Great job, blow it out, everybody. Okay, now in the seated position, we're gonna go back into that bridge and we're gonna add a little core work. This exercise is actually called the Peter Pan. I don't know why, but it's gotta be one of my favorites. And it can be done with or without weights in your hands. Today we're gonna have it done without weights for those that might not have that equipment at home. Here we go. Glute bridge, tighten it up. Now take the heel of one foot and lay it, flexing the toes back towards the shins, across the shin of the other. Can you guys see that? So I took my heel, pulled my toe back towards my shin, and laid it with a slight bend in the knee with pressure against my shin. So all I'm going to do is raise that ankle heel process up towards my chest and then down. The second part is to take the upper body, rib to hip, towards that leg. So I am now lifting my body weight up and incorporating my whole core. This is called Peter Pan. Sliding with pressure, that foot up the leg and crunching towards it. But you see the minimal amount of C shape? I don't want a C shape in my spine. If I need more, a progression, I'm going to extend the lever and make my body actually longer. So let's try it together. That would be number 3 in our first set of 10. And again, scrape, if you will, with pressure. This is called Peter Pan. Do you see how my head's not curling forward? And moving as a unit. Rib to hip, and then down, breathing out as I go. Whoa, I can really feel these, guys. Couple more. I think this is 8. I think we're at 9. Okay, one more. Good job. Inhale, exhale, and we'll go to the other side for our next set of Peter Pan. Remember, we always start in a bridged position. That means the glutes are activated, the hip is extended. Take the ankle heel process on the other side, pull the toes back towards the shin, put the weight into that shin, and practice just pulling yourself up and pushing yourself down. I'm not dependent on the back of the chair. That's the only thing you have to remember. You may not rest against the chair. You use the chair as a way to assess whether your shoulder blades are in the back pocket. All right, ladies, Peter Pan. Here's 10. I know we did a couple practices. Here's 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. My favorite party song in the background. Here's 5. 5 more Peter Pans, guys. All right, come on, bring it up. Pull that toe back towards your shin. I think we've got 2 more. We may have done a couple more on this side. Inhale, exhale. Awesome. Now back to a simple exercise with dumbbells. I think we have a couple more minutes. Remember, our goal is to always sit at the end of the chair. Tomorrow, we do the same thing standing up without the chair, right? So this is a popular exercise for active agers. It's called everything up, everything down, which means we're working on body mechanics while we're coordinating a rhythmic pattern. So here we go, everything up, everything down. Okay, everything up, everything down. Light weights in our hand. Please don't overgrip these weights. Remember, you're not lifting weight, you're moving muscle. There's a big difference. So move the muscle, the weight goes along for the ride. It's just added resistance. Okay. Couple more. You don't have to keep up to the beat of the music we've chosen. Got 2 more. I think this exercise pattern is best done in front of a mirror so you can really check and keep a check on your form. Everything up, everything down. Hand-eye coordination, functional movement for the active ager. Today we're doing it in the chair, but remember, chair today is gone tomorrow, right? So there's no reason why the progression wouldn't be to do the same exercise pattern on the floor. The thing that you might want to return for the chair for tomorrow is the Peter Pan, because they're cool, right? That's our new signature move. Here's 8, 9, and 10. How's everybody feel? Good? So we're actually going to get up now. Remember our same protocols. We're doing our sit to stand. Weight in the heels, lift up as if the core were engaged, never fall forward. And we're going to walk around to the side or the back of the chair. So depending on the chair of choice, we're now going to do something that looks a little bit like a deadlift, but also is a great way to stretch. Shoulder width apart with the legs. Push that chair out. Activate, 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 activate. Teach yourself how to deep hip hinge. My knees are directly over my toes. My shoulder blades maintain a place in my back pockets. And I simply lift up, not rolling up, standing up straight, inhaling and exhaling. This is set or repetition number 2. Hip hinge, deep hip hinge, keeping weight in the heels. Here's number 3. Hip hinge, push the chair away. This chair is so light, and I don't know what you have at home, but this chair is so light I could actually use it to row with too. I'll show you that before we end. Hip hinge, teaching you proper squatting and hinging so that when you get into the gym, back into the gym, I miss you guys, we'll be working on good suitcase squats and deadlifts, right? Here's 8. Here's 9. And I think this is 10. Okay? Just throwing this in. I got it. See how light this chair is? Depending on what you choose at home. This could be a row. Couldn't it? We need a lot of rowing in our life. I'm just going to go ahead and finish 10 reps on this side. I don't know if I could share this late at home though. Optional exercise. So tomorrow when you stand up, you could use dumbbells, right? Let's do another set of those hip hinges and we should be almost done with our workout for today. Shoulder width apart, weight in the heels, hinge. It's the action at the hip. There's no action at the knee. The action is at the hip. The action is at the hip. Great work for the lats. 2 as you stand up straight. Action is at the hip, not the knee. This is a great move for beginners that are just learning how to do a general squat position and or a deadlift. I think this is 7. Correct me if I'm wrong. Here's 8. Come on, shapes ladies, give me one more. And finish up. Demonstrating what that dumbbell row would look like. With or without the chair. Now I'm using the chair to keep me balanced. I would drop the end or the heel of the weight and draw it right up to my side, just like we did with the chair. Five more. Two more. And one. Ladies, that's all we have for today, for Chair Today, Gone Tomorrow. Remember, each of these exercises can be done standing. It would be a natural progression for you, but there's nothing wrong with sitting on the edge of that chair. That's when you're probably the most powerful. Thanks for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you in the gym soon.